Hey guys, it's Mike. Welcome back to the shop. It's been about a month since I've been out here, so I've been getting a little bit of cleaning done, knocking spiderwebs off of everything. Me and the wife went on vacation beginning of the month, and then I had a surgery scheduled 4 days after we got back, so I've been kind of down and out for a while. Had a really awesome time. We ran up to Alaska, did some fishing with my grandfather, got to see cousins and a bunch of family that lives up there. Had a really good time. Got to meet a fellow machinist up there who has actually seen some of my videos, so that was kind of cool. So Roger, if you're watching, how you doing? It was nice meeting you. This week's video, or this month's video, however you want to call it, I've got a little bit of work to show you. I've got another shotgun muzzle brake that I'm working on. I was trying to get that finished up before we left on vacation so I could get it shipped out, but it just didn't work out. I had another problem, which is the next project that I'm going to start that I want to show you guys. So let's pause, and I'll take you over to the Smithy and show you what we're gonna try to fix. All right, so here's the compound rest for the Smithy, and there's a couple things that I want to do, but in the middle of the project, these bolts here, which loosen it up so you can swing to different angles, they broke off. And that's the second. I repaired the stuff that was in there before, and it lasted all right, about 4 months maybe, and then it just finally gave way. The steel that they used was really low grade steel, so I got some grade 5 or no grade 8 bolts and nuts, and machined there's like little hockey puck shaped slide inside for this to turn, and there's one on each side, so I just machined up the pieces to fit, welded the bolt to it, and then machined off the bolt head so that it's nice and tight now, and that got rid of a lot of the play that I was getting. The next thing I want to do, though, if you see here, there's only 2 gibs. This is the lock. There's only 2 gib screws on this entire cross slide, and I'm fairly certain this is the last thing to check, really, that this is the problem I'm having with getting good surface finishes. The gibs are adjusted really tight now, and that seems to have taken most of the play that was in there out, along with getting these bolts replaced so they're locked down nice and tight now. So the next thing I'm going to do is copy in Stefan Goatswinter. I'll put a link up like right here to his channel. He showed some work he did on his lathe, and one of the things he did was put more gib screws in and then resurface everything. I don't have the skill or the know-how to re-scrape everything, but this dovetail is cut all the way back to here. So what I want to do is put another screw here for the gibs to give it a little bit more adjustment to take more slack out of it, hopefully true things up a little bit. I adjusted all the gibs on the cross slide and table and everything when I did the DRO install, but I didn't mess with this, and I was still getting really bad finishes. So I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to drill and tap another hole here and put another little Allen set screw or a flathead set screw in with a little nut just like these are for the gib. And the gib comes back, I think, to here. So I'm going to look for a new gib and see if I can get a new gib to throw in there. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is I got a little care package from Adam Booth. We're at A-Bomb 79. It's his little decal. He gave me a couple of the decals. I threw this one up on the machine, and I realized after I did it, it's kind of wonky, but the decal looks awesome, Adam. And I've got Ray's over at Ray's Garage, and Tactical Keychains, and then Randy Richard in the shop. And I've got some other ones I need to put up too. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them because I don't really have a whole lot of room here anymore. I think I might start putting them, I might put up a flat board back there and just have a sticker board for all the other YouTube channels, the guys that send me their pictures. Alright, we're here on the final cut. I'm going to try to get you guys in for a little bit better shot of what's actually going on here. There we go, we're completely through. I'm going to vacuum this up real quick. Rotate this around to 90 degrees. This way. I can center cut this, the channel is going to go in here for the sight bead. And then take it out, clean it up, part it off, and chamfer the end, it'll be done. So next I need to set up my indicator, or center finder, I should say, so that I can center up on this diameter here. Alright, according to the customer, the front sight bead is 0.430, so 430 thousandths from the edge of the muzzle, and from this leading edge here to the inside shoulder where it'll seat against the muzzle is 1.25 inches. So subtract 430 from 1.25 and that leaves you with 0.82. So 820 thousandths is how far in we have to cut this. We're already centered, and we have a 3/16 carbide end mill in here. The sight bead is 0.167 at the lightest point, so it should be plenty of clearance. We'll just come up and come out a quick little cut, and it should be plenty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up until I just touch off, and then I'm going to go in from there. I don't like the way those chips are getting all clogged up right there. I'm going to clear them out. Double check here. Yeah, I went 5/1000ths over. I think I'm going to go 10 just to make sure. Alright, and that should be it on the milling machine. I'm going to move everything over to the lathe and get set up over there. Alright, back on the lathe. I have it checked up. And the collet check, which is what I did all the other turning on, so it should stay nice and true. Double check here. That looks good. I'm going to hit the outside here with some emery cloth real quick just to clear off any of the high spots from the milling on it. That looks good there. Carding blades set up here. I'm going to shut you off so I can get this because I put my camera right in the way. Alright, what I did to set this up, just so you guys can see what I'm doing here, this part off tool is 120 thousandths thick, and I touched off on the outside edge, moved it over 120, and then I zeroed out my Y, which is the table. I'm going to take that to 3 inches, or just a little bit over. That's close enough. I wanted 10 thousandths, but it should be good. And then that puts us right up next to the chuck, so it should be rigid enough to handle the cut. And set the camera down here. Alright, my bed's locked. Set my feed. 6.2 at 5 thousandths. I'll drop my speed down to about 200 RPM and try it there. I'll see how she cuts. And for this, I'm going to be using my mixed oil here. I'm going to feed by hand first just to see. Nope. Alright, drop the feed rate or the RPMs down to 150. and see how she does. Yeah, I'm getting that chatter there, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, but I don't think I can really get rid of all of it. I'm going to jump the feed rate up just a little bit, the in feed, and then while I'm thinking about it, chuck up a wooden dowel in my tailstock here so that you can catch that part when it comes off. You can hear it really quiet down at the end there, and the chatter's not actually as bad as it sounds. The way I've got the camera mounted, it's on the compound rest, so it's picking up the vibration through the mount. But now we'll move stuff out of my way here. Pull my slug out. Look for the rag that I just set down that I lost already. Put the brake in here. This tool here. That'll work. That leaves a really nice finish there. Now what I'm going to do is come in here with my boring bar, and I'm just going to take a cleanup cut through the bore here to get it all the burrs off of the inside there. Alright, I'm slowing down the feed rate. I'm going to take another 5/1000 cut and try to clean up the finish. I already took 5 thou out, and the finish is still kind of scratchy looking, so that feed rate was 10 thousandths. I slowed it down to like 3 thousandths feed rate, so we'll see how that cuts. That looks a lot better now. Shorter boring bar on just to knock the edges, which of course I don't have anything set up properly. I have it set to threading, so it's at 29.5 instead of being at 45 like it normally is set up. what I do on this one, I just need a little bit of a chamfer there. So I just touch off and then I back out the cross slide 20 thou. And then, let's see, am I going to be able to do this? Yeah. And this, I'll spin it in reverse, and I'll just use this carbide boring bar because it works pretty well for just knocking a quick chamfer. And this one I'm going to touch, and I'm going to take about 50 thou. Just kidding, I'm not going to use that boring bar. It's squealing like crazy. Really not one day. Okay, let's move this. And there we have it, just a little bit of hand deburring to do. And we'll be done. Alright, here we are. I just finished deburring everything, cleaning it off. And checked it with the calipers, and everything's good. It's a 11 thousandths longer than 3 inches, which is what I left it at, because that first cut here turned out really stinking nice, and I didn't want to mess with it and take it any further. And it can be just a couple thousandths long. It'll still work just as intended. You can see the finish inside turned out okay. That's it. Another shotgun brake ready to ship.